Like, if it's actually happening to me right now. Maybe if you were so negative, and I would find all you negative. You asked me to be your girlfriend, so you can get me to the final because you're a game player. I'm a game.
Hey beautiful people, I'm back with another Love Island review, and there's really only one topic to talk about: Anna and Jordan. My god, you know when they show that trailer and you're like, they're teasing it but it's not really gonna happen. ITV wanna like make us think Jordan's actually gonna like switch on Anna, and then you watch the episode and Jordan is actually switching on Anna. I'm like, no, my guy's brave. My guy is brave, because Anna is the most fiery girl in there. Like, she was never gonna take that lying down, and boy, I feel like in tonight's episode it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. She gonna let him have it. She gonna let him have it. Okay, so let's get into last night's episode. I mean, we're just doing me. We're looking good. We're feeling good. Make sure you subscribe. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the episode starts really with Curtis and Jordan kind of having a chat, and Jordan kind of like insinuating to Curtis that like his head's turned, something's changed. Of course they start with the, oh, but I'm not really sure if I'm gonna do anything about it. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna act on it. I'm not really sure how I feel, but I find myself drawn towards India, and then that's making me question whether or not what I have with Anna is real. Yada 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 yada. We heard the same shit with Danny. We heard the same shit with Michael. It seems to me like these mixed race boys are moving mad. Is there a manual or something? I can't believe it. Is anybody else watching Love Island and side-eyeing their boyfriend like, this is what y'all be doing? Because the thing about it is, this would be happening in the real world, but Anna would never know. You know, he'd be doing it behind her back. He'd be moving to the next girl behind her back and chatting ish, and then low-key trying to blame it all on her. So I just have almost zero trust in men after watching this year's episode of Love Island. They're all snaky. Curtis, snaky. Michael, snaky. Danny, snaky. Jordan, snaky. Damn near the majority of the men that have gone into that villa this year have been absolute shady MFers. And I can't believe it, because the way Jordan had us all fooled, the way he was standing there alone after Casa Amor just saying, you're the only thing I want, you know, like there was nobody else for me, yada yada yada, giving Anna that whole spiel. And it sort of made her start second guessing her relationship with Ovi, because she started to think, oh my god, like Michael does really like me. And the thing about every girl is you want to be adored, and if a guy is adoring you and showing you that he cares, you know, it makes you like them more. And I feel like that's where Jordan really won her over, because he acted like he cared so much. He wasn't going to go down without a fight. He came back in alone. Like, she was so convinced he was into her, and so were all of we. And I bet you she has now never regretted anything more than ditching Ovi. Girl, you were stupid anyway. But I bet you she is really like kicking herself in the ass, like, how did I let 6'7" gorgeous Ovi go for buck teeth Jordan? Did I just say that? I feel bad, but at the end of the day, he is moving a bit mad, so I'm not going to be nice to him. So yeah, he started laying the groundwork for his switch. And obviously, if you're saying it to someone like Curtis, they're going to tell you to go for it, because Curtis has already done it himself.
Yeah, I do. You're making a very bold and you're making a bad move, I'm not going to lie to you. You just made somebody your girlfriend, and now you're doing this.
None of the men in there can really say much, because they all are moving that mad and moving that shady, and they really just big each other up and support each other. Like, I feel like a good friend would have really just been like, what are you doing? 2 days ago you asked this girl to be your girlfriend. Like, you really need to sit on it, you really need to sleep on it, and you really need to think on it. It seems like from the first time he said that, 24 hours didn't pass before he was already acting on it. How can you be so certain that this isn't working, that you're going to throw away something you've been building for months? You know, and they always say that a week in there is like a month outside. So they've literally been like getting to know each other for almost half a year practically, and he was willing to throw it away over pretty much nothing, because we all saw the way We all saw the way India friend-zoned him real quick when he pulled her for a chat. So he seemed to have a few conversations with the boys, kind of laying the foundation for, I'm gonna jump ship, don't hate me. I'm just finding that my head's turning a bit and I feel like I have to be real and I have to explore it. They blame their shadiness on being real.
And I feel like in the past couple of days I've realised it's changed now, and you know, I felt this way for India, so if I'm not true to that, then I've been fake and I ain't a fake person, so I'm just gonna get it off my chest and see what happens.
There is nothing real about being a backstabbing, two-faced, sly, cheating git. There is nothing real about it. You should have been real before you asked her to be your girlfriend. You should have been real after Casa Amor and let her know that you tried it on with Jordan and she pied you for Danny, and that was really the only reason you were standing there alone waiting for her. Where was your realness then? You know, like, where was it? You know, shady ass motherfuckers trying to act like they're real to cover up the fact that they shady ass motherfuckers. Okay, like this really get me in my feelings, because I'm just like, you can't trust anyone. Like, I've had like a well-documented crazy history with men, but it does make me feel a little bit better to know it's not just me. These men are actually moving mad. They're a little bit crazy. It's a lot to take in. So next we see him pull Anna for a chat. And, you know, Anna's kind of like, why have you been off with me? Why have you been avoiding me for the last few days? Why have you not kissed me? The thing is, as women, we have our intuition. We can always sense when something changes, when something shifts. Anna had been noticing he hadn't been around her. She'd been noticing that he'd been with, you know, India, having a lot of conversations. The girl said it, like, they seem to be spending a lot of time together. So even though as viewers we hadn't seen it, clearly in the villa it was a thing that he was spending a lot more time with India. And Anna pulled him up on it, and he was like, says to her, she's thinking too much into it. When she started saying, why are things different? Why don't you kiss me in bed and stuff? He's like, you're thinking too much into it. Excuse me, how can she be thinking too much into it when you are literally getting ready to jump ship? I felt that conversation with Anna where he was just like, I just want to have a bit more fun, while eating his ice lolly and being so nonchalant about the fact that he's about to ditch and dump her or cheat on her. You know, I feel like he was just laying the foundation because he either wanted her to break up with him or he wanted justification to break up with her, because she was getting riled up, she was getting angry when he was blaming all on her, that like, look, she's been down a few days, and we know she's been down because being in the bottom three really affected her. As I said before, you know, it does get back into the villa, and he knows, she knows that the reason they keep going in the bottom three is because Anna's the one that's not really liked by the public. So of course that's going to get her down. And instead of him really supporting her, he kind of used that as justification for why, you know, he's not really having fun, you know, even though you're my girlfriend, I just don't want to be around your negative attitude. Okay, I mean, if that's what we're doing in 2019, okay. So I really feel like he wanted her to either end it, or he was going to use the fact that she was getting aggy about it to break up with her. Men do that, like this. Don't get me in my feelings, don't get me in my feelings. Okay, so they had that fight. Anna walked away and she was like, I want to sort it out, I want to know, is he being serious? I think she obviously, it's just an argument to her. She's not thinking, I want things to be over. And then my guy Jordan pulls India for a chat, and I said, this guy has balls. It almost made me think like the producers have something to do with this, because how is he gonna go and pull India for a chat when she sat in the daybed talking to Ovi? What kind of next level confidence do you need to be that brazen, to be that bold, that you're going to try and steal Ovi's, man like Ovi's girl from right under his face, from under his arm, you know, she was under his arm, and he was like, yeah, India, can I pull you for a chat? Really? You that brave? In front of Anna's face as well. Anna was only like 100 meters away. He didn't try and do it in private, like nothing. He just did it right there in front of Anna, in front of Ovi. I'm like, rah. You either real brave or you're real stupid. I don't know which one it is, but I'm leaning towards stupid, to be perfectly honest. And he starts the conversation with India, and I just loved it when she was like, but like, you've been one of my really good mates. And he was like, mate? And he was like, yeah, mate. Like, he couldn't believe that she was saying mate. Like, he actually thought that he could do a steal from Ovi. I think because he did it the first time. I was actually trying to think, how could Jordan think he could steal Ovi's bird? But I think because he did it the first time with Anna, it might have gone to his head. He might be thinking, oh, I'm better looking than Ovi, or I've got some more swag than Ovi. Really? Really? Nah, he's actually tripping. And I love the way like India just friend zoned him quick, and like, he couldn't believe it. It was like, mate. Oh, can we just give a round of applause to Maura? Because I've been so up and down with Maura this season. Like, her personality is fiery, she's dope, she's entertaining, but sometimes she's made some moves that I've just been like, oh my god, so questionable. But I feel like in real life I'd love to be her friend. Like, we could definitely hang out. She could never be around my boyfriend ever, but we could definitely hang out. And I just loved that when Curtis pulled her to tell her what was going on, she wasn't having it.
Let me explain what I've done. Let me explain everything more.
I actually give up.
When he was like, well, fine, I'm done, don't talk to me then, or like, I'm upset with you, she was just like, no, I don't care. I would never let one of my friends do that to me, and I'd be okay with it, so I'm not going to do it to my best friend. I was like, yes, girl power. Like, I love that she really had Anna's back, and she pulled Anna for a chat straight away once she saw Jordan and India having a chat. Like, the disrespect level that Jordan didn't even have the balls or the courtesy to talk to Anna before he talked to India. Do you know what? Want to know why that is? Because men like to have their cake and eat it too. Yes, he wanted to test it out with India. If that had all gone well, then he'd dump Anna. But if that didn't really go so well, he'd like, oh yeah, I've decided that Anna's the one I want. You sneaky shady motherfucker. Like, what? I can't deal with these men. It's like, did Michael really leave the villa, or did he just jump into Jordan's body? Like, I'm gonna need ITV to produce some receipts that Michael has actually left the villa, because I'm just like, what? I'm just like, what? Wow. Like, he has really taken a page out of his homeboy Michael's book. Didn't even bother to have a proper chat with, you know, Anna and just say, look, I think we might have rushed into it. I like India. I want to get to know her. No, he's already like pulling her for chats and trying to crack on and let her know how he feels with his girlfriend. Oh my god, I can't believe it. That's why you can't trust men. You can't trust them. 2 episodes ago, he was taking this girl on a walk through the villa down memory lane, like reliving all the best bits and all their most iconic moments, and they're like, you know, who would have seen that and thought this guy's not really into her, or he's not sure? You know, who would have seen that and thought that? You just cannot take these men at face value. You can't take the words that come out of their mouth at face value. And I love the way Anna just like once more told her, she got up and she was like, nah sis, you're not gonna do this to me.
Sit down.
The thing about it is, because Anna's so fiery, I feel like the public will go against her. I really hope they won't, because she was very right to pull him up on it ASAP Rocky. She was very right, well within her rights, and she might have had more fire, more ag, you know, than, you know, some of these other more delicate girls would have had. But I love that. And we did not kick off at Belle. Nobody hated Belle when she did it, so nobody should come for my girl Anna. I don't care. She read him for rights.
I had the fucking right to know you're my boyfriend. Mr. fucking boyfriend. Fucking fake dickhead. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You're talking about how I feel, which I tried to explain to his head, but he's like losing his mind.
Talk about India though, did ya?
I loved him. Loved it when she called him out and said, you only asked me to be your girlfriend because you wanted to get into the final. Did I not say this on yesterday's episode? He thought, I will ask her to be my girlfriend, we'll get into the final, we'll possibly win this show. But once he realised that once again they were in the bottom 3, and he realised that Anna's just not liked by the public, he was like, nah, jump ship. Nah, jump ship, not worth it. Fake ass. I just can't. I literally just can't. I can't wait to see what Anna does tonight. And then during the argument, when he was like, well, maybe if you hadn't been so negative, and trying to blame it all on her, what did Michael teach you that move as well? Own up to your ish and just be like, look, I want to jump ship. Simples, own up to it. And then he starts going, yeah, but you didn't, when did I say I like her? You didn't even hear what I said. You didn't even hear we heard what you said. The public heard what you said, and you are trash. Stop trying to like backtrack now, because all the girls, I love that all the girls had her back and really came for him, because it's so shady. He had her so gassed. Like, she was so happy just 2 episodes ago when she was like, I've got a boyfriend. It was the most romantic. He's the sweetest guy. And then to do this to her 2 days later, this is far worse than what Michael did to Amber. I'm sorry, far worse. Like, he's just used her and then dumped her. It's just because he knows that nobody, like the public, don't like her, and the public will probably rally. I hope they will rally behind her now. He is scum, trash. Thought he was going to get away with it. Wes last year, Josh last year, Danny last year, Danny this year, Michael this year, now Jordan this year. I mean, what do they all have in common?
Guys, how epic is this moment when gentleman like Ovi just pulls his girl to safety? Absolute class.
I'm Amy Justine. We hope you guys enjoyed my review. I'll catch you guys tomorrow when we find out what happened on tonight's episode. Make sure you're watching. We're looking good. We're feeling good.